Hey friends, it's Latoya McBean Pompey. The question in this video is, how much money do you need to actually make in order to sponsor your spouse? That's what we're going to tackle. Stay tuned. Friends, I'm so excited to be in your living room, in your car, wherever you are. You're at the gym. I'm with you as you're watching this video. Thanks so much for watching it. I so appreciate it. I want to also thank you guys for signing up for Smart Immigration Academy. We started on January 1st. It's going great so far. It's so exciting to finally get to know you and to hear your stories and to come alongside you and teach you some more things through the academy. So thanks very much, guys, for signing up. Now, about this question, we're gonna tackle an issue that comes up every single time a person files for their spouse, right? This is a very common issue, and it's an issue about money. It's an issue about whether you have enough resources to satisfy our government, that you can meet that threshold, that income threshold, to take care of your spouse when he or she gets a green card. Because as you guys know, you've been following a lot of the discussions around public charge. Our government is very concerned about the fact that people who immigrate to the United States may become a public charge, or they may go on public benefits within the first 5 years of being here. And so there's a strong push to curtail that, and it's too aggressive, but all of this is being debated in the courtroom as we speak. Really, it's being litigated. So I'm going to set public charge aside for a moment and focus only on the affidavit of support income requirements. So let's back up and start from the beginning. When you petition for your spouse, whether your spouse is here in America and you're going through the adjustment of status process, or you're going through the consular process, right, through the National Visa Center, and then your spouse will be working with the embassy, the U.S. Embassy in his or her country. So whether you're doing one of those two processes, you still have to submit an affidavit of support. Every petitioner has to submit an affidavit of support, and that's the I-864 affidavit of support form. That form requires you to disclose to the government what your current income is and what your total income was for the past 3 years. The government also wants you to submit to them the most recent tax year. So you have to submit that evidence as well. So if you don't meet the income threshold, friends, you're not eligible to petition for this individual. So what do? Well, you get a joint sponsor. Find someone, a U.S. citizen or a green card holder, who meets the income threshold and who can sponsor your partner. Now, what you should know is that the affidavit of support, friends, is a contract between you and the government. And that contract says that you're going to be financially responsible for your spouse for the next 10 years, right? Or up until the point when he or she naturalizes, when they become a citizen. As you smart folks know, when you obtain the green card or lawful permanent residency through your spouse, you're eligible to file for naturalization 3 years after, right? After becoming a lawful permanent resident. So once your spouse naturalizes, at that point, you're off the hook. Going back to the affidavit of support, friends, the income requirement is based on our federal poverty guidelines. Your annual income must be a minimum of 125% of our federal poverty guidelines. And the government has this really cool table on its website. And I also have a chart that you can download. I'm going to make it available. Just download it, click on the link below, and pull up this chart, and it'll tell you what your income should be if you're looking to sponsor your spouse. But if you do not meet this income threshold, as I've mentioned before, you could always get a joint sponsor. This whole income requirement, friends, is based on your household size. The first question you need to ask yourself is, how many people are part of my household? How many people am I responsible for? In other words, do I have any dependents, any children? Yes. You need to indicate that on the affidavit of support. And you also need to check 1 for your husband. If you're married, or you check 1 for yourself. You include yourself, your husband, and your children. And so you count the number of people who are part of your household size, right? And then you look at that table and you say, well, there's 4 people that's part of my household. Therefore, I must make a minimum of $32,187. As of the filming of this video, friends, the 2019 income requirements are still on USCIS's website. I have not seen the 2020 numbers yet. Each year they do update it. So the 2020 numbers are not out yet, but the 2019 numbers say that if you're a household size of 4, you must make a minimum of $32,187. If you're just a household size of 2, meaning you and your spouse who you're petitioning for, then you must meet an income of $21,137. If your family size is 7, your income must be a minimum of $48,762. And so guys, download this chart, or you could also go on USCIS's website and see what those guidelines are. So as I mentioned earlier, if you do not meet this, you must get a joint sponsor, and you've got to make sure that that joint sponsor's household size also supports this, right? Let's say you want to use your sister, and your sister has like 5 kids, right? Your sister has 5 kids, and then your sister is sponsoring your husband. That would put her family size, friends, at what, 7, right? The sister, the 5 kids, right? And then your husband. So that's a family size of 7. So she must be earning a minimum of $48,762 in order for that to work. And then obviously if she's married, then that's another person, right? That's part of her household. So be careful about who you choose. Make sure you choose people who are eligible, meaning that they have the right status, U.S. citizen or a green card holder, and they have a household size that supports this income requirement. That's really important as well. That's what I want to share with you in this shorter video about how much you actually need to make in order to sponsor your spouse. So download this table, as I've said before. Sign up for my emails, because each week I send out really good information to my email list. And just stay plugged in and comment below. Tell me if you have any questions about this content that I've shared in this video, or about anything else that you'd like for me to cover. Happy to read your questions and see whether I can cover them in another video. Friends, thanks for watching this, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.